How's it going, everyone? Got a bit of an update on Sifu. A brand new mode will be coming, the Arenas mode update for existing platforms, and along with that, the game will be hitting Xbox Series, Xbox One, and it will be arriving on Steam for PC. Now, the game's been available on PC, but it was an Epic Game Store exclusive, so we'll talk all about that. And we have an update on a couple of JRPGs. Man, heading into 2023, JRPG fans are still going to be eating good, so we'll talk that in a little bit. But first of all, Sifu by Slowclap will be dropping on Xbox Series, Xbox One, and PC in March of 2023. Along with that, a new Arenas mode update for existing platforms has been announced. Arenas will sport 9 stylish new maps, each featuring exclusive new challenges of varying difficulty levels, adding multiple hours of the classic Sifu gameplay fans have come to love. Successfully completing the arenas will progressively unlock a massive new batch of modifiers, which doubles the amount of currently available in-game and notably brings alternative moves to the kung fu palette of our main character. Completing the new arenas challenges will also unlock new cheats and exclusive new outfits. A brand new trailer did drop, revealing the game for Xbox as well as PC, the Steam version that is. And yeah, the game has been one of the sleeper surprise hits all year long. Like, if you remember that early period of 2022, it was already absolutely stacked with games coming out, and Sifu kind of came out at that time. I want to say it was a March release. Yeah, it should have been a March release since 1 year timed exclusivity on Epic Game Store. And like right around that same time, you had games like Elden Ring come out, Horizon Forbidden West, Gran Turismo 7, etc., etc. Ghostwire Tokyo was a pretty notable release back in March as well, and Sifu kind of carved out its own name, and it kind of stood out, especially against all of those heavy hitters. And kind of funny how a year later, it seems like the competition that Sifu's gonna have is even more steep than what it was this year, because you look at early 2023 and man, I don't remember the last time I've seen a 3-month stretch in gaming where it's just non-stop new releases and major titles. But nonetheless, Sifu at this point has already been out. It'll be coming to Xbox, so a lot more people will check it out. And a Steam release on PC is just gonna heighten the visibility of the game, so that's cool to see as well. And it looks like this is going to be a free update by everything that I'm seeing, so that's pretty notable as well, with all of the improvements being made with that. So nice of them to do that, and nice of it to finally hit other platforms as well. The game's already available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC through the Epic Game Store, but it will be making the transition to the aforementioned platforms in early 2023. By the way, if you do want to buy the game on Epic Game Store, it is discounted pretty steeply because it's 30% off for $28, and then they are also running a Epic Game Store holiday coupon, so you can save an additional 25% off that. You'll essentially get the game for right around 20 bucks, which sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Otherwise, it goes on sale pretty regularly on PS4 and PS5. It's just you're not going to get a steep discount on it. Like, that 30% off discount is really the best we're looking at when it comes to Sifu, a game that has held up in price for quite a bit. Alright, moving on from that, I want to give you guys a heads up on a couple of JRPGs. Now, in the case of Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie, like, I don't even want to talk about this game that much because this is just... Yeah, we ain't trying to get into this spoiler territory here, but you know, you guys know the deal with Legend of Heroes. It's a overarching narrative that, you know, there's some debate on how, in which order should you play the games. So now that Trails from Zero, it is readily available here stateside, and we have the Crossbell arc concluding in early next year, it makes a lot of sense to go through the game in that sequential order that a lot of people do recommend. The only issue now is that Trails in the Sky is the one that's a little bit hard to get a hold of. Now, on PlayStation, it's hard to get a hold of. On PC, readily available. All 3 chapters, I believe, are you know, pretty regularly discounted on Steam. So if you do want to pick it up on PC, it's not like you need a gangbuster PC to run Legend of Heroes Trails from the Sky, but yeah, Trails into Reverie is, I believe, what they consider to be the halfway point of the story, which is just hilarious to think about, just because, you know, for those of you that have been playing all the games, you like play all of Cold Steel, you play Trails from Zero, hope maybe you guys played the Sky titles as well, and the fact that this story isn't even close to being finished, obviously there's like separate arcs and whatnot, but yeah, it's kind of wild. And I think Trails into Reverie is definitely going to be something people are going to get excited for. However, July for this, Crossbell arc concluding in early 2023, It's a lot of JRPGs to get through, and these Legend of Heroes title, like, pack a lunch, because these games are pretty lengthy. Trails from Zero had, like, one chapter, which was just ridiculously long. At some point, I was like, alright, brother, what's going on here? But, nonetheless, again, you don't want to jump right into Trails into Reverie. I would still say, you know, the Cold Steel games are probably what's gonna win people over, just because, you know, you going back and playing, let's say, Trails from Zero, let's say you start with Crossbell, or let's say you start with the Sky titles, those games are pretty dated from a technical standpoint, and not to say Cold Steel is, by any stretch of the imagination, a blow-away game from the visual department. I think it is a little bit more accessible than the other titles, but your mileage may vary on that one. I am just one person, and that is my opinion. But hopefully at some point we do get the Sky games readily available on PlayStation. Lastly, I do want to also note, this has been getting a lot of buzz. Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Series coming to PS4 and Nintendo Switch in spring of 2023. Now, this is Final Fantasy 1 through 6, the Pixel Remaster Collection. The Standard Edition will be $74.99, Square Enix Store exclusive, and then there's also the Final Fantasy 1 to 6 Pixel Remaster Collection, Final Fantasy 35th Anniversary Edition, $260 at the Square Enix Store. I believe that's sold out. Let me actually check that right now for you guys. No, the Anniversary Edition is still available. Like, this is a loaded collector's edition, definitely for those of you that are, like, super big into Final Fantasy, but you'll get the game, a physical collection of all games for either PS4 or Switch, Anniversary Edition goods box, a bonus lenticular sleeve for the game package, 2-disc vinyl record set featuring newly arranged game music with exclusive cover artwork by Kazuko Shibuya, a specially compiled art book showcasing beautiful character pixel art, and 8 stylized pixel art character figures in window packaging. Now, the original Final Fantasy games, I didn't really click with them, you know, Final Fantasy 1 through 6, outside of Final Fantasy 4, and I feel like everybody clicked with Final Fantasy 4, so, you know, is that really saying all too much? I know a lot of people that liked 5 and 6, like, you know, for a lot of people, Final Fantasy just kicks off with Final Fantasy 7, and obviously that's not the case. But, you know, Final Fantasy VII is what I would say kind of took Final Fantasy to the next level. I wouldn't say that's too big of a stretch to say that, but nonetheless, this Pixel Remaster Series collection will be coming to PS4 and Nintendo Switch in spring of 2023, and man, Final Fantasy! I think Square Enix realizes that they have something in this little IP called Final Fantasy, because Crisis Core, Pixel Remaster, Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. Yeah, it seems like people be liking them some Final Fantasy, and people seem to be pretty excited about that, so that's cool to see. But that'll do it for me. Again, Sifu is coming to Xbox Series and Xbox One and Steam in March of 2023 alongside an Arenas update. The Legend of Heroes Trails into Reverie will be launching on July the 7th. Bear in mind that the Crossbell arc will be concluding in early 2022. You should for sure play the Crossbell titles before you jump into this. You should play Cold Steel as well, of course. You should probably play Sky as well. But nonetheless, it's going to be a massive undertaking, to say the least. But Legend of Heroes is a franchise that I often recommend to you guys, and for good reason. They are terrific from a character development and narrative standpoint. And Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Series coming to PS4 Switch in spring of 23. That'll do it for me. Sound off all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.